Hey, welcome back. Today I got a special treat. That in front of me is Rich, and he is riding his Grom. If you look back through my channels, my videos on my channel, on Easter Sunday, Rich surprised me up in the woods and took the little CRF for a ride through the mine. Well, he had never ridden up there before, and he thought it was a really good time and decided that he was going to go get 50/50 tires on his Grom. So here we are today. He put 50/50 on there. Let me close this vent for a minute. He put the 50/50 tires on there, and today we're going to go up here and go through a ride. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm so excited. We're going to go for a ride through the Withlacoochee Richloam section on Lacoochee Clay Sink Road. There we go. I got it all out. And we'll see how his little bike, which I guess those Groms are only 125s. We'll see how it holds up. So I'll just take him through a couple of trails down here that I know, and we'll see how he gets along with it. Things shouldn't be too bad today. It has rained recently, so I'd be curious to know how some of the trails are going to be, because we do get a lot of flooding up here. I don't think it'll be long before I can get him talked into getting a more dual sport worthy bike. Maybe into a CRF250L. You never know. Rich looks like he's doing okay back there. Kind of hard to see in the mirrors. I just wanted to take him down a little trail to see how the tires were going to hold up, because he didn't know about his tire pressure either. So I'm going to get stopped here for a second and chat with him. How the pressures and everything on the tires, they good?
Good. The recoil of the suspension isn't that great, so those dips on that side we hit back there, those ones were a little extreme. Other than that, everything else is pretty all right.
Okay, yeah, that's probably got no adjustment on it either, right?
Nope.
Yeah, because neither is mine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the recoil is the only thing. The suspension kind of bottomed out on some of the big
Yeah, well, you don't have a lot of ground clearance anyway and travel, so, you know. Yeah, that's why I took you down. This is a pretty simple. This is really more of a road than a trail. I wanted to see how you got adjusted to it. Then we'll jump off on some. Most of the trails on this side of the road are not too bad, so that's why I chose this. This is where I started riding anyway. So there's plenty to ride out here where you're going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, no problem.
All right, good. Oh, there's some trees down out here today. you see some of the trails? Some were clear, some were already flooded.
Yeah.
So anything that's flooded we'll stay away from. Because the other problem is Jeeps, four-wheelers and stuff come up here, and they rut them out. It would sink that. I've buried this up to just below the tailpipe.
Doesn't skate around too bad.
Yeah.
Halfway decent.
Cool.
If I try to look out for the big whips out there.
Yeah.
But other than that,
Some of them will come up on surprise, you know, because it'll be like nice and smooth, and all of a sudden it'll be all tore up.
yeah, no problem. No problem.
I guess the only real danger points for that is the exhaust.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably tear that pipe off or sink it in water. But what are you going to do when you got a bike that's probably got 9 inches of clearance?
Exactly. Again, that's why I'm not too worried about it.
No.
I brought it out here to.
Plus, you can just buy another one for what, like $2,500? How much are those?
Out the door. I mean, sticker I think is 28.
Is it really? I was spitballing, but
Yep. But yeah, they're great. Yep. So far, I've got 2,050 miles on it.
oh, that's more than I got on this.
Yeah.
This has got 1638.
All mine though have been street. This is the first time it's ever been off road.
Oh yeah, yeah. Most of mine are up here. In fact, I've only ridden it once. Besides coming here, I've only ridden it to somebody's house once. So that was maybe 40 miles on top of that. So the 1,600 miles has all been in here or coming to here. I think it's this one. Good? All right, so we just came off the first real trail. We haven't ridden any of the side trails that you're looking at as I'm driving down this main road. This road that we're on is Withlacoochee Clay Sink. It's a well-traveled road. There's a lot of residences up in these woods. So there's a lot of people that drive on this road. It's well-packed. It's not rutted up. They grade it often. So this road is, you can do 60 down this road with no real problem. But there's a couple of trails that go off it. I say a couple. There's hundreds of trails that go off it that are not maintained roads, that are actual trails. And I'd like to try to get Rich down a couple of them. We just came off one that was kind of sort of one. I'd like to let him take the lead, but I don't know what he's going to pick. So there's only really so much that you can do on a bike that small on trails. He seems to be handling it real well, not having any difficulties. So I think it's about time that we step it up a notch. Let's see if we can get Richard into some trouble. And I know just the spot. Except we're going to pass it because you don't know it. That was right there. It don't look too bad today. Oh, there's another one coming up. I guess I'll have to take the lead. A lot of trucks and Jeeps up here today too. So this is more of a trail. It's probably gonna have some water. It's gonna have some sugar sand. So if at any time it gets to be too much, just wave at me or something. We'll come back out.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be okay though. It's one of the main trails back into the hunting grounds.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's see what he can do. Actually, I want him to get ahead of me. Rich is in the lead. I'm surprised at how those little ADV Grom, they're scooter tires. They're little 50-50 scooter tires, essentially what they are. But they're cutting through pretty good. He's attacked some mud with it. Oh, that was a rock. Boy, he's doing good. There's nothing really flooded over yet. Oh, and down he goes. You good?
Good.
The sand will, and those berms, they'll get you. They hit your, it happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta bend that back out.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. If you get too close to the berm, it'll snatch up your foot peg.
Yep. That's the issue with the local ground clearance.
Well, it happens on that too. Don't don't feel bad about that. That's why I quit taking my Triumph up here. I did it to my Triumph once. Got the brake lever too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a metal one? Will it bend back?
Nope. Solid.
Yeah, you could probably push it back with your foot at least. It shouldn't snap. The aluminum ones snap right off. There you go.
Like a business.
It didn't hit the case, right? So that's good?
Yep.
All right, sweet.
All of a sudden my rear end just locked up on me.
Yeah, that's what happens. They make I forget what they call it. It's like a brake snake, I think is what they call it. Some kind of wire that goes through it, and so it can't do that to you.
Yeah.
I don't have one of mine either.
Yeah. It's totally fine. I was just going, just realized I grabbed that berm.
No, yeah, as soon as you did it, I knew exactly what it was. Like, oh, he's down he goes with the berm, so. Yeah, but they're ripping right through the sand, no problem.
Yeah, I have no problems with the bike whatsoever.
Sweet. I'm going to let you keep taking the lead because, you know, I have to look back to make sure you're not stuck in something. So I wouldn't have seen that.
Yeah.
All right, well, good. He got that out of the way. The first dump had to be done. And he did something that I've done probably 20 times. You get riding, you don't realize how high up the sides of these trails are sometimes. I call them berms. I don't know what they're really called. It's just the side of the trail. Your foot peg will catch them. And when it does, it just high sides you or low sides you, whatever you call it. All right, so it's your choice. Either one. I think, if I remember, this one will come back all the way around and loop. That one eventually will work its way back out to the main road.
Whichever way, I don't care.
That one's probably more traveled. So let's go that one for now. Things are going to get a little bit more technical for the Grom up here. It's going to be sandier. It's going to be muddier. But I got to give it to him. Rich is doing a good job up here on that. I did not have high hopes for that little bike riding these trails. Not at all. I've been wanting to show this to Raquel. I didn't know if she knew this kid or not. I keep forgetting where it is. A little tree down action. Yeah, in a few more rains, you won't be able to get through here. But yeah, you're good if you stay to the left.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's good. When it starts to become more consistent.
That's what happens.
Yeah, that's all I
If it gets up there and it's too much, we'll just turn around and come back. He might have come to his first impasse. Yeah, you better not risk it.
Yeah.
You could probably get over on that side, but it's probably going to get worse up there. It's up to you. If you want to try to go that way.
We can try it. I mean,
I'm sure I can get through it. I think you can. Whoop. That's what they do with those holes. They'll get you every time. And now it's going to bury itself. You okay?
yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I tried to pull it up and it was just not.
Yeah, you got a lot of mud here.
Yep.
And they are like 1,000 pounds when they're in the mud.
Give me just a second, I'll help you out of there.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll see what I can do till you get ready. You don't want to lean it over because that pipe. Yeah, these things get rutted out. Woo.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem.